Question 32 for Linear Relations EQAO Practice Questions for Grade 9 Applied. In question 32, it says, for several years, Superior Printing has used the following formula to determine the cost of producing a batch of yearbooks. C equals 10N plus 200. C represents the cost in dollars, and N represents the number of yearbooks printed. Next year, Superior Printing plans to reduce their fixed cost, but increase the cost per yearbook. Which graph below could represent the new relationship, the new one, between the total cost and the number of yearbooks printed? So if we take a look at this formula, the 200 is the fixed cost. This is a partial variation. Since the 200 is just added on the end here, that's the fixed amount. The 10 from the 10N, that's the cost per yearbook. So for example, if I were to find the cost for, let's say, 75 yearbooks, I would go 10 times 75. I'd be substituting 75 in there in place of N, and then calculate that plus the 200. So it would cost about $950. So the 200 is a fixed cost, the 10 is the rate or cost per yearbook. So let's take a look at the graphs one at a time to see which one could be the new relationship. So this one has a fixed cost of 200. In A, the fixed cost is also 200. So it's not as though they've reduced their fixed cost, because the fixed cost would be the same. So that's a reason why A could not be correct. For B, the fixed cost is lower. Looks like it's around 150 here. So let's check out the rate. I've joined this point and this point together. The scale on the horizontal axis is 10. So this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this would be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 yearbooks. And this would be $200 because each of these blocks is 10. You see 10, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So that's $200. So the calculation for the rate of change would be rise over run. $200, this is $200 for 50 yearbooks. So that divides out to $4 per yearbook. So it said they're going to increase the cost per yearbook. So this one could not be correct. They've got a lower fixed cost. That part's okay, but they certainly didn't raise their price per yearbook. So B is not correct. C has a higher fixed cost. It starts at 600, but remember up here is they're going to reduce their fixed cost. And if the fixed cost was at 200, well, reducing it wouldn't mean it's going to be $600. So C is not correct, definitely. For D, this graph starts at 100. Okay, so that's okay. The fixed cost is $100, which is less than $200. Let's calculate the rate. I joined this point and this point together, so that would be $100, $200, $300 over for 20 yearbooks. Okay, it goes 10, 20. So $300 divided by 20 yearbooks, that would be $15 per yearbook, so that has a higher rate per book. So a lower fixed cost, higher rate per book, that's why D is the correct answer.